All right, guys, welcome back to Full Moon Hot Rods. I'm Heath. Today we're out here in the shop. I believe we're going to work on the Model A just a little bit. We're going to see if we can't do something to the dash in it. I can't make up my mind if I want to cut the bottom out of the gas tank, you know, and make a dash out of that and run the Model A front of the gas tank as my dash. But I got a dash out of a 33 Ford truck that I built years ago, and I'm thinking about putting that dash in it. I think it actually would look better, and as far as the gauges, I know it's easier to put it in it. But let me show you what I got. Y'all comment and tell me what y'all think, the Model A dash or the 33 dash. All right, guys, here's the Model A dash. You know, it's usually got a instrument cluster right here, and I've put the gauges and stuff in those instrument clusters before. You know, you have to feel it and then come back and cut holes in it to make it look right. But if I cut the bottom of the gas tank out right here, that'll give me somewhere to put my wiring and the back of my gauges. I can get to them and all that stuff. But let me show you what I'm thinking about, and like I say, y'all comment, let me know what y'all would like. What do you think you'd like better? I believe I like the 33 dash better. I have to do a little bit of trimming on the dash to get it to fit in, but you can see kind of what it would look like. I would go here and cut this out, put a new piece in it, and then cut it for the gauges that I'm gonna use. And you can see a few holes where people's screwed stuff to it over the years, but I go and fill all those holes and everything up, make the dash smooth. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I kind of like this look better than the Model A dash myself, and it gives me a little bit more room as far as under my dash to put stuff. All right, I got the dash laying up on the table now, the 33 dash and the Model A one. And what I did, I pulled a measurement from here to here to see what the width was on it. The 33 dash, well, I believe it was a 1/2 inch wider at the bottom and a 1/4 inch wider at the top. So I pulled a measurement off of this one to here, put my marks, did the same thing on the bottom. So now I'm gonna cut the ends off of it, and it should fit in there without any problem. But like all my mounting holes and stuff will be different, so I'll have to go there and change those. But anyway, let's see if we can get this thing cut. All right, there it is sitting in there. The dash, you can tell from the back structure of the body, it's touching here, it's touching here all the way to this hole, and then when it gets here, there's a curve in it. So I'm gonna have to actually split the top of the dash right in here on both sides, where it'll pull around. It's not off much, but it is off some. Let it pull back around, and then I'll weld the splits up, and hopefully it'll fit. So let's see if I can get this marked out, and we'll give this a shot. I may have to cut it in a couple different places the way it looks. I'm gonna have to cut it like here. I may even have to do several splits, but I'm gonna try it like this and see how it works out. And I hate to cut it more than what I need. So anyway, let's see what this here does. All right, with the 33 dash laying on the table and the Model A one turned upside down laying on it, you can see how much curve is in the dash by the gap right here. It's fitting through the middle, and as it goes, you can see the gap. So it does have a curve in the original Model A dash, so we're gonna make a curve in this dash. All right, guys. You see where I got a couple of marks on here. I got them the same distance as far as on this side and on this side. So let me split these at these marks, and then we'll try it back in the car and see if it fits. I may actually have to cut it in some more places. I won't know until I start messing with it. I would shrink it, but it's got this lip on it right here, so it would actually be easier just to split it and weld it back. All right, guys, you can see it there with it in place. Splitting it did work. It's about the easiest way I know to do it. And so now I got it clamped in place. So what I got to do is go there and grind the paint off of that dash where the splits are at. Put me a few tacks on it where it don't move, and then take it off and weld it up and then finish it off. So we'll see what we can do with that part of it and see if we can't get it fitting. Let's see if we can get them slits tack welded back together where it don't move, and then we'll take it off and then weld them up, because I can't weld it to that brace that it's sitting on under there. All right, guys, now we'll take this thing out of here and put it on the bench and weld it up. All right, guys, let's see if we can get this welded up, and then we'll grind it off and see if we can't make it look a little better. knock some of them high spots off where I can see what I'm doing with the grinder. And then we'll finish welding it up. Let's see if we can get that there ground off and see what it looks like. Alright guys, you can see there where I got it welded up. And you see that my welds, they're penetrated all the way through. So as long as you always leave a little bit of gap with a wire welder and doing the tack welds like that, you can get good penetration where you can actually grind the welds off and finish them off. But let me flip it over and get the other side ground. Alright guys, you can see it there where I fixed them. It'll take very little filler at all. And you can see the penetration on the back side. So I believe I'll go ahead and see if I can weld up some of these small holes and stuff in it. Right in here where all these little holes and stuff are. I may go ahead and try to weld some of those up while I'm doing it. Let's see if we can get those ground off and we'll weld them up. All right, guys, there's all the holes welded up in it. You can see where I welded them on the back side, and I've done a little bit on the front. I use a copper spoon-like thing to put over the hole and then weld it up. As long as it ain't too big. If it's too big, I'll take and cut a piece of metal to go in. But let's grind these off and see what we make this thing look like. All right, guys, you see where I got it welded up. The holes, I mean, I'm not trying to get every little divot out of it. They're welded solid. But once I work this thing, it'll turn out to look good. But we'll see if, I believe I was gonna go ahead and make a piece to go in here. But I think what I'm gonna do is just cut it back a little bit around the edge and make me an aluminum insert to go right here to mount my gauges in, and then it'll actually bolt back in these holes right here. You can see where somebody fixed it years ago with brass. They had welded that hole up right there with brass. So let me see if I can mark this here out, and I'll cut it out. That'll make the dash look better, because looks like they opened it with, or cut it open with a can opener. But anyway, here we go. I'll say I did here, I took and measured a 1/4 inch off of this edge right here up, all the way around, did it on the top, and took old grinding disc to get my circle or whatever on both sides. But let me see if I can cut this here out. That'll get rid of this old raggedy stuff. And even if I decide not to put the aluminum insert in it, I can always cut me a piece of metal to go in it and then butt weld it in and then finish it off. But I think I'm gonna go with the insert, but I think it'll look pretty cool. All right, there it is with the center cut out of it. So now I can just make my insert to go around, and I should have room for my gauges. So let's stick it back in the car and see what it looks like now. All right, there it is back in the car. You can take a look at it now and see what you think. I think it's gonna look pretty good and be a little different than running the Model A dash. So now all I got to do is cut the bottom out of my gas tank and get all that stuff out of the way, and that'll give me a lot more room up under my dash and everything, and just give it a different look. All right, guys, that's it for today as far as modifying the dash to fit the Model A. I appreciate y'all watching. Like always, comment, subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers, real close. But anyway, guys, appreciate you watching, and we'll check you the next time.